How overwalking after 70 can speed up aging. 5. Keys to a stronger you. Hello, friends, and welcome to Senior Fit. We're so glad you're here with us, your friendly spot for staying strong, healthy, and happy as we enjoy these golden years. If you're new, please join our Senior Fit family. Hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss a single tip for living your best life after 70. Now, let's chat about something you've probably heard a million times. Walking is all you need to stay healthy as you get older. It's a cozy idea, isn't it? Slip on your sneakers, stroll around the neighborhood, wave to the neighbors, and you're good to go. But what if that's not the whole story? What if sticking to just walking might actually be holding you back a little? Don't get me wrong, walking is a gem. It gets your blood pumping, lets you soak up some sunshine, and keeps your legs from getting rusty. But if it's the only exercise you're doing after 70, you might be missing out on what your body really needs to stay strong, steady, and ready for anything. Experts are starting to see that leaning only on walking as we age can speed up some things, like losing muscle or feeling wobbly, instead of slowing them down. Our bodies need more than a daily jaunt around the block to keep up with the years. If you're putting all your energy into walking and skipping other kinds of movement, you could be setting yourself up for weaker muscles, creaky joints, or even a bigger chance of tripping over that pesky garden hose. That's why folks who study aging, like the smart people we listen to, are saying it's time to walk a little less and focus on 5 key things instead. These 5 priorities are the real secret to feeling spry, keeping your energy up, and staying independent so you can keep doing what you love, whether it's gardening, playing with the grandkids, or just enjoying a quiet cup of coffee on the porch. Today, we're going to walk through these 5 essentials together. Simple, doable changes you can start right now to boost your strength, protect your bones, and maybe even add a few more good years to your story. Stick with me to the end, because the last one's a quiet hero almost nobody talks about. But it's a big deal for living long and well. If you like what you hear, type 1 in the comments. I'd love to know you're along for the ride. If it's not quite your speed, type 0 and let me know how we can tweak it for you. And if you're not subscribed to Senior Fit yet, come on in. We're all about practical, friendly advice to keep you thriving. Share this with your walking buddy, your bingo crew, or your kids. It might give them a hand too. So, grab a comfy chair, maybe a warm drink, and let's dive into these 5 must-dos that go way beyond your daily stroll. 1. Strength training to keep your muscles tough. Let's kick things off with something that might sound new. Strength training. I know, walking feels great, gets you out in the fresh air, and keeps your legs moving along. But if it's all you're doing, you might be losing muscle faster than you'd guess, especially after 70. There's a big word for it, sarcopenia. That just means your muscles shrink as the years pile on. It's a sneaky little thief, and it can make everyday things, like carrying your groceries or standing up from your favorite chair, a lot harder if you don't give it a fight. Here's the thing, walking mostly works your legs, and even then, it doesn't push your muscles hard enough to keep them strong all over. It's terrific for your heart and getting around, but it won't keep your arms ready to haul that big bag of dog food or your legs sturdy enough to pop up without a grunt. That's why experts say strength training should be your new pal after 70. It tackles muscle loss head on, helps you stay steady on your feet, and keeps you tough enough to dodge those little spills that can trip you up. Think about this for a sec. Can you lug that heavy sack of potatoes from the car without puffing? Stand up from your recliner without grabbing the armrests for dear life? Twist open a stubborn jar of jam without calling for help? If you can, give yourself a gold star. Your muscles are doing great. But if those everyday chores are starting to feel like a wrestling match, it might be a hint your strength's slipping, even if you walk every morning. I knew a fellow named Robert, 74, who found this out the hard way. He'd stroll around his neighborhood daily, rain or shine, thinking he was set. But one day, he couldn't lift the box of old photo albums he used to toss around like nothing. Getting off the couch turned into a slow-motion showdown, too. He figured it was just old age creeping in. But it wasn't set in stone. His muscles were just asking for a little challenge. So, Robert started small. No big gym stuff. He used those stretchy resistance bands you can get cheap, did squats by sitting and standing from a chair slow and steady, and lifted some light weights, those little 2-pounders you see at the store. In a few months, he was grinning ear to ear, stronger, steadier, and full of zip. He'd chuckle and say, "I might just dance at the next picnic." Strength training isn't about turning into a muscle man. It's about keeping what you've got so you can keep going. You can use soup cans if weights aren't handy. Do push-ups against the kitchen counter while supper cooks. Or stretch those bands watching your evening show. The trick is to nudge your muscles a bit. Make them work just enough to stay awake and kicking. The rewards are worth it, big time. Studies show strong muscles mean a longer life, better balance, and even a clearer head, less forgetting where you parked the car. Want to check yourself? Sit in a chair, stand up without using your hands. Smooth as butter? Fantastic. Wobbly or stuck? Time to build that strength back up. It's never too late. I've seen folks in their 80s turn it around with a little effort. So, if walking's your only move, let this be your wake-up call. Muscles matter, and they're your secret weapon for staying spry and independent. 2. Balance exercises to stay steady as a rock. Next up is balance, something walking doesn't polish up as much as you'd hope. After 70, staying steady on your feet is gold. It's what keeps you from tumbling over that sneaky step or that rug that's been out to get you. Falls are a real worry for us seniors. They're a top reason we end up with bumps, bruises, or a trip to the doctor. And here's the surprise. A lot of those spills aren't from weak legs. They're from balance that's gone shaky without us even noticing. You might think, I've been walking since I was a kid. My balance must be fine. But it's not a forever gift. It fades unless you give it some attention. Walking keeps you moving forward, sure, but it doesn't work those tiny muscles in your feet, ankles, and middle that catch you when you slip. Without balance practice, a little misstep, like catching your toe on the sidewalk, can turn into a fall that takes weeks to bounce back from. I knew a man named Edward, 76, who learned this the hard way. He loved his morning walks around the park, kept him feeling young. But one day, stepping off a curb, his foot twisted and he nearly went down. He grabbed a lamppost just in time, heart racing, and thought, how'd that happen? His balance had slipped and walking alone wasn't enough to keep it sharp. Edward started easy, standing on one foot by the counter, shifting his weight side to side like a slow dance, walking heel to toe like he was on a tightrope. In a few weeks, he felt solid as a rock, steady, sure, and ready for anything. You can do this at home. No fancy gear needed. Stand by the sink, lift one foot, hold it for 10 seconds, grab the edge if you need to, or walk a straight line, heel to toe, like you're showing off for the grandkids. These little moves wake up those steadying muscles, making every step safer and surer. The bonuses: better balance means standing taller, no more slouching, quicker reflexes to catch yourself, and smoother moves all around. Test it out. Stand near a table, lift one foot, count to 10. Solid? Great job. Shaky? Start practicing. It's like giving your balance a fresh start. Walking's a good habit, but balance keeps you upright and confident, literally. 3. Flexibility to keep moving. Free and easy. Now, let's loosen things up with flexibility, something walking doesn't stretch enough. After 70, our joints get a bit cranky. Those hinges that let us bend, twist, and reach start stiffening if we don't keep them limber. Ever notice it's harder to turn your head to peek over your shoulder? Or bending down to tie your shoes feels like a stretch too far? That's your flexibility slipping away, and it can creep up quieter than a cat on a rug. Walking keeps your legs chugging along, but it doesn't stretch your muscles or joints through their full swing, like reaching for the top shelf or twisting to grab the mail. Without that, you tighten up. And everyday stuff, slipping on your jacket, picking up a drop spoon, gets tougher than it should be. I had a friend named Walter, 78, who felt this sneak in. He walked every day, rain or shine, but mornings turned into a stiff shuffle. Getting out of bed took forever, and bending for the newspaper was a chore. He thought, guess that's just how it goes. But it wasn't a done deal. His joints were begging for a little stretch. Walter started simple, rolling his neck gentle as can be, shrugging his shoulders like he was shaking off a chill, pulling his knee to his chest while sitting. In no time, he was moving smoother, standing taller, even feeling less achy after his walks. You don't need to twist into knots. Keep it gentle. Roll your shoulders while the kettle boils, circle your ankles during a TV break, or stretch your arms up like you're hugging the sky. These moves keep your joints oiled, your muscles long, and your days easier. The payoff's sweet tea. Less stiffness, better blood flow, fewer falls, and that younger feeling when you bend to pet the pup. Test it. Stand up, turn your head side to side, smooth or tight. If it's tight, stretch a few minutes daily. It's like a warm hug for your body. Walking's a start, but flexibility keeps you moving free and easy. 4. Core strength for a happy back. Number 4 is all about your core. Those muscles in your middle that hold you up like a sturdy tree trunk. Walking's great for your legs, but it doesn't do much for your belly or back. A strong core isn't about flat abs for the beach. It's about keeping your spine comfy, your balance solid, and your back free of those nagging twinges. Without it, you might slouch more, feel stiff after sitting through a movie, or struggle to stand tall at the grocery store. If your lower back's been grumbling, or you catch yourself hunching over the table, It's a sign your core's not pulling its weight. Walking doesn't hit those deep muscles that keep you steady. So experts say core exercises are a must after 70. I knew a man named Harold, 75, who felt this shift. He walked plenty, loved his evening loops, but his shoulders started rounding, and his back ached after supper. He thought it was just old bones, but it was his core needing a lift. He started with easy moves, tilting his pelvis while sitting, standing tall against a wall, tightening his tummy like he was bracing for a laugh. Soon, his back felt better, his posture perked up, and he breathed deeper too. Try this at home. Sit up straight. Pull your belly in for a few seconds. Relax. Repeat while you listen to the radio. Or stand against a wall, pressing your back flat. Hold it. Feel those muscles wake up. It's simple. No tools needed. And it pays off. Less pain, better balance, even smoother digestion. Test it. Stand against a wall, back flat. Comfy or forced. If it's tough, your core's asking for help. Walking's good, but a strong core keeps you upright and ache-free. Sibim. Joint-friendly moves to ease the wear last, but not least. Let's take care of those joints. Walking's a champ at keeping you active, but after 70, it can wear on your knees, hips, and feet if it's all you're doing. Our joints, those trusty shock absorbers, lose their bounce over time, and too much pounding can leave them stiff or sore. Ever finish a walk and feel more creaky than refreshed? That's your joints whispering they need a break from the same old beat. Experts say walking less and mixing in low-impact moves, like swimming or gentle stretches, can save your joints from extra strain. I had a friend named Raymond, 77, who loved his walks, out every morning like clockwork. But his knees started creaking, and his back groaned after every lap. He tried water exercises at the community pool, light pedaling on a bike too. In weeks, his pain faded, and he moved freer than ever. You don't need a pool. Try chair stretches, slow Tai Chi in the living room, or pedaling a stationary bike while you chat on the phone. These keep your joints happy without the thump-thump of walking. Test it. Sit, stand up slow. No hands. Smooth or stiff. If it hurts, swap some walks for gentler moves. It's about staying mobile without wearing out. Your joints will thank you with every step, and you'll feel the difference. Wrapping up with heart. So there you have it. 5 keys beyond walking: strength, balance, flexibility, core, and joint care. These keep you tough, steady, and smiling after 70. Aging isn't about giving up. It's about smart moves that lift you up. Start small. Pick one, like a stretch or a stand-up test, and grow from there. What's your next step? Share it in the comments. I'd love to root for you. Type 1 if you like this, 0 if not, and subscribe to Senior Fit for more. Your health's a garden. Walking waters it, but these 5 make it bloom. Let's keep thriving together, friends.